let's zoom in. Alright, that should be enough for everybody to see. So today we're going to be doing Newton's second law of motion. We're going to do a guided practice where I'm going to do it with you, and then you'll do independent practice after this. So yesterday we learned about Newton's second law, which is the law that deals with force, motion, and acceleration. Alright, so an object acted on by an unbalanced force will accelerate in the direction of that force in direct proportion to the strength of the force and inverse proportion to the mass of the object. Newton's second law is best described with a mathematical equation that relates three variables: force, acceleration, and mass to one another. The equation can be stated in three forms. So here you have the equation being manipulated. You can easily utilize your triangle. So I'm going to draw that over here. So here is force. It is mass times acceleration. So let's say you're solving for acceleration. You can cover up the A. F divided by m is going to give you the acceleration. And if I cover up the m, F divided by A will give me the mass. Alright? So same exact thing as what's here. It's just in the form of the triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and start with solving my equation. So you know in my class the first thing that you have to do is write the formula. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and start. My formula is F equals m times A. An object with a mass of 2.0 kilograms accelerates 2.0 meters per second squared when an unknown force is applied to it. What is the amount of the force? So I am solving for F. So F, I'm going to write a question mark because that's what I'm looking for. The mass is 2.0 kilograms and the acceleration is 2.0 meters per second squared. So F is equal to...
Mr. Mays, you're needed in the computer lab. Mr. Mays, you're needed in the computer lab.
Sorry guys. F is equal to 2.0 kilograms times 2.0 meters per second squared. F equals 4 newtons. Remember that force is measured in newtons, so this is going to be 4 newtons, and I'm going to rewrite the answer here using the correct units. Alright, I'm going to move this down a little bit, and there we go. What is that noise? Okay, sorry y'all. An object with a mass of 5.0 kilograms accelerates 8.0 meters per second squared when an unknown force is applied. What is the force? The force is what I'm solving for. The mass is 5.0 kilograms and the acceleration is 8.0 meters per second squared. I need to write my formula. Force equals mass times acceleration. F equals 5.0 kilograms times 8.0 meters per second squared. F is equal to 40. 8 times 5 is 40, and that's going to be newtons. So 40 newtons. An object with a mass of 1,500 grams accelerates 10 meters per second squared when an unknown force is applied to it. What is the force? So here we go. We have our force, which we do not know. The mass is 1,500 grams. And the acceleration is 10.0 meters per second squared. Force equals mass times acceleration. So all we're doing is pretty much listing the variables and then plugging them in. Plug and chug. Plug them in, solve the problem. F is equal to 1,500 grams times 10.0 meters per second squared. and the force is equal to 15,000 newtons. If you do not show your work, I'm not giving you credit for it. Make sure you have it detailed just like this. So I'm going to flip over to the back. So now we're going to be manipulating the equation to solve something that is not force. So we'll actually be looking for mass. So I'm going to draw my triangle again. Alright, and in order to get mass, I'm going to cover up the m. I need to divide F divided by A. Alright, F divided by A. Force over acceleration is going to give me mass. And that's also stated right here as well. But on your test, on your concept check, I won't give you this. So you either need to use the triangle or you need to be able to manipulate the equation. An object accelerates 3.0 meters per second squared when a force of 6 newtons is applied to it, and I'm looking for the mass. So the force is 6 newtons. The mass is what I'm looking for, and the acceleration is 3.0 meters per second squared. So I'm going to write my equation. F equals m times A. 6 equals m times 3. And all I need to do is divide each side by 3. Those are going to cancel out. 2 is equal to m, right? So I'm going to do it the other way as well. So it's going to be 2 kilograms. If you want to do it using this, then all you needed to do was to do 6 newtons over 3.0 meters per second squared, and you still would have gotten 2. So if you can't remember how to find the missing variable, you can always manipulate the equation just like math, and you're still going to get the same answer. Alright, and my units are kilograms. So number 5, I'm going to stick to my triangle. I'm going to cover up the m, and then I need to divide force divided by acceleration to get mass, what I am missing right here. So let me adjust this a little bit. Alright. An object accelerates 12 meters per second squared when a force of 6 newtons is applied to it. What is the mass? So my force is 6. My mass is what I'm looking for, and my acceleration is 12. According to my triangle, m is equal to F over A. M is equal to 6 divided by 12, and that should be 0.5. So m is equal to 0.5 kilograms. I'm going to double check, make sure I ain't crazy. That's correct. So my answer is 0.5 kilograms. You must include your units, guys. So if you're missing your units from the front, you need to make sure that you get them down. These are all in newtons. Alright, number 6. An object accelerates 5.0 meters per second squared when a force of 20 newtons is applied to it. What is the mass? So my force is 20. And I'm sorry, I need to add my units here. So this is 20 newtons. The mass is what I'm looking for, and the acceleration is 5.0 meters per second squared. So using my triangle, cover up the m. Force divided by acceleration is going to give me mass. So here's my equation. M is equal to F over A. M is equal to 20 divided by 5. M is equal to 4 kilograms. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Alright, we have one set left. So this is the one where you have to solve for acceleration. Alright, so I'm just going to redraw my triangle again. If I cover up the A, F divided by M is going to give me acceleration. So I'll work the problem both ways. I'll work it just using simple math if you know just the one equation, F equals M times A. And then I'll work it using the triangle, which is a lot quicker because all you do is cover up what you're missing and you can solve for what you need. Alright, so I'm going to move this a little bit so we can get all of this on the screen. Alright. An object with a mass of 5.0 kilograms has a force of 20 newtons applied to it. What is the acceleration? So my force is 20 newtons. My mass is 5.0 kilograms, and I'm solving for acceleration. So step one would be to write the equation. And now I'm going to do it the mathematical way. Okay, so focus. There we go. Alright, so my force is 20. It's equal to my mass, 5 times A. Divide each side by 5 to isolate the variable. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 4 is equal to A. And then if you want to do it using the triangle, I'm going to cover up what I need, acceleration. F divided by M. So my equation is acceleration is equal to F over M, which is equal to 20 over 5, which still gets me 4. And my acceleration is meters per second squared. Alright, so you have two different ways to do it. Come on. Focus this. Okay, there it is. Alright. So here's my answer, 4 meters per second squared. So for the next two, I'm just going to do it using the triangle. An object with a mass of 20 kilograms has a force of 5 newtons. Alright, the force is 5 newtons. And of course it's looking for acceleration. The mass is 20 kilograms. And I'm looking for acceleration. If I cover up A, I need to divide F and M, so F divided by M. Acceleration equals F over M. Acceleration equals 5 over 20. Should be point. Let me double check that. 0.25. I'm sorry, 1 point. All right. So A equals 0.25 meters per second squared. And then we have one more. Alright. An object with a mass of 30 kilograms has a force of 9 newtons applied to it. What is the resulting acceleration of the object? So the force is 9 newtons. The mass is 3.0 kilograms, and I'm looking for acceleration. Acceleration is equal to force divided by mass. Don't forget to go back to your triangle. Alright, so acceleration is going to equal 9 divided by 3, which is equal to 3 meters per second squared. Right. Alright, so that is the guided practice portion of this lesson. You are now going to be completing an independent practice on your own. And it should look like this. Alright, so casitas are going to be up when you are done. Make sure you show your work, of course, when you are done with the front and the back. You can turn it in to me. Thanks.